Hey guys, hope all of you guys are having a great day, and if you're not, keep this in mind. It's a great day any day you can wake up and breathe. So now let's move on with episode 2 of the MSP430 series. Today we'll be learning how to set up Code Composer Studio on a Windows computer, and I'll be giving you a quick explanation of what most of the buttons do. If you have a Mac, these instructions will be the same, except you will have to download VMware in order to run Windows on a Mac. I'd recommend a Windows just because it will save you a lot of frustration. Alright, so let's get started. Let's open up a web browser. Now let's head on to ti.com/launchpad. Once it loads up, let's scroll. Well, actually no. Let's go to the software tab. Now we'll scroll down a little bit, and we'll see Code Composer Studio. So let's click on that. So now let's download Code Composer Studio right here on this button. So now that we're here on this page, let's scroll down to Windows, and then let's click on that because that's what we'll be downloading. So let's save it. This may take a while, just a little bit actually. Now let's run it. Once it pops up, click run. And now let's actually, while we're waiting for it to run, let's disable Windows Defender because that's my antivirus that I have. I don't really have anything else, but if you do, you might want to disable that. This is just to prevent any installation errors and anything errors that might occur. So just turn that off and you'll be fine. So now we should have a window pop up right about now. There we go. So now let's accept the terms. Click next. Next. So now let's select the first checkbox that we have, which is the MSP430 series, and that's what we'll be using. You don't want to install anything else just because it's gonna be such a big download and you really don't want that. So now let's allow, and now it's just installing. So we'll just fast forward. This is take 25 minutes, so you can go grab a burger, watch your favorite series on Netflix, come back, and it should be done. Great, it's done. So now let's click finish. Now the Code Composer Studio is opening up. So let's check it out and let's talk about some of the basic functionality that it has to offer. Alright guys, so now that we finished installing Code Composer and we've opened it, we'll get this window. So this is my friend's PC, and this is the workspace. So just leave it as that, or change it to whatever name you want to call it. So now let's press OK. So now let's wait till Code Composer Studio opens. So now that we have the window open, or the program opened, let's go to File, New, CCS Project. So what we'll want to select here is the MSP430 G2553. Select Empty Project with main.c. The most important thing, let's add a name. Let's name this Practice. So now let's press finish. So now this little window pops up, and this is where we'll be writing most of the code. Well, actually all the code, except if you make a library. Well, you're obviously gonna have another tab here, but it'll be a .h because it's your library. So now here, of course, every time that you open this, you're gonna want to put a G2553 up here, because this header file actually includes all the functions necessary for this chip and any acronyms, like when we use P1 dir, that has like a meaning in this header file. And so just remember to put G2553 after it. Right here we have our save button and save all button, and then this guy is actually build. So what build does is, once you've written your code and you think you're ready to go, you press build to check for any errors. If it catches any errors, it will tell you. And after you run it, you press debug to run it on the MSP430 microprocessor. I think most of the buttons that you use are the ones that appear once you press debug, but let's see if we can find some of them. Yeah, so we'll definitely be using the memory browser later on, the registers to check what's going on the microprocessor, expressions, yeah, if we want to see any variables that we named on the code. Yeah, but these will be the main ones that we'll probably be looking at: registers, expression, variables, memory, browser. New CS. Well, yeah, of course, every time you want to make a new project, you want to go to file, new CCS project, just like we did. Of course, there's other options to make a header file for when you want to make a library. Yeah, so at the moment I don't have an MSP430 with me, so I can't really plug it in and click debug, because you can only click debug when you have an MSP connected to the computer. So on the next video, what we'll do is actually work with the onboard button and LED to make something pretty cool, something basic, but something that says, okay, well, I know how to use this button and this LED on board. So we'll go over GPIO, how to use inputs, outputs. We'll go over the registers that allow us to do that, such as P1 dir, P1 ren, P1 resistor enable, that's what that stands for, P1 out, P1 in to check inputs, and that's it. So thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, you don't want to miss upcoming content, which will be pretty useful if you want to get started with the MSP430. So thank you, and I'll see you next time.